Seriously, tell me that this one I'm standing and casting shadow onto, this one right here, that does not look like a fish face. Does that not look like a fish to you? Look at that face. It's 100% a face of a fish. This is... I've actually never seen a more inaccurate set of drawings until maybe this point. Dude, and look at it. Fishy lips. Fishy face. It's like a cowfish or boxfish or something. That's not right. I could tell by how big of bubbles came out of there that there was definitely a fish there. I don't think I got the big bubbles on camera though. Looks like a good place for a fish though. So that you can see it, all the reflections and shadows, all those sticks down there, right down there. Look at how this cherry tree. Look how this cherry tree. Well, it's not even a cherry tree that I'm looking at actually, but look at how this bush. No. I sound stupid because really, it's not a cherry tree. Look at how this tree is wilting really bad though. Or I guess it. See, technicality is that shrubs can only be 15 feet or under, and this is definitely tree height, but if one takes a look at its actual structuring, it goes kind of like what I think of as a forsythia. It's like it grows in big sticks, almost bayou-like, which makes sense that it would be in a marshy area. But look at how wilted, especially up here. Yeah, right here actually, it is. Like, look how wilted it is. Oh gosh, hang on. Do you see how ridiculously wilted they are? It's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Full-grown bush and it's wilting. It's likely because of lack of water and excess heat, I'd say. In fact, yeah, here's a better perspective on that. Toying with brightness stuff on specific sets of focus. I've never done that before. Wow. See these guys right here. Not doing too well. Oops. There we go. So, last time I was here, the Wilson Hills Nature Park, I was over here in this little cubby hole, and that's where I filmed a little bun, and also some pictures. Problem is, this phone's camera is weak, of course, it's a phone, and I wasn't really able to showcase it well, but it was right in there. There it was. I was hoping to see a little bun again, but I didn't. It's sad. But I did, however, decide that instead this time around I get to see a bottle. instead of a bunny. It's disappointing. But hey, there are those round. Walk with me, dear people. Walk with me. Horrify others because they may end up on camera. Damn, Max. Hello, sweetheart. The walrus age, yes, they're like dragonflies and or damselflies. They are aquatic, technically. Semi-aquatic creatures, except they like mosquitoes, like stagnant water. And I believe dragonflies and damselflies like, I believe, moving water generally, but they like it, I believe, if I recall correctly. Ow. Last time I was here, it was midway through the summer, I believe. Or, actually, I guess it was the beginning of summer. Stole somebody right there. Skittering around. I wonder if it's a muskrat. Anyway, the water's so much lower than it was. And that's actually kind of interesting, just in the sense that, though the more hot days have collected, like, there was actually a flow through here last time I was here, and instead, it's all dried up. There's a hole right there, too. In fact, there's a few of them that looks like a tunnel. Kind of cool. Still water over there, though. But, I'm trying to see perspective-wise, but it's not very much in comparison. Ah, there it is. Cute. I don't know if you saw it. I just saw a rodent. Either a muskrat or a... I saw it. It was just, there it is. It's over here. Over here-ish. It's skittering along the bank, so I think it's already gone. Yeah, it's in the water. By the current. Dang, I wanted to show you guys that better. Maybe hang out, I'll be able to catch another. It's so tiny, it can't be a muskrat. It looked almost like it was a mink or something. That was a weird thing. It actually legitimately looked like it was a mink. If only I had been paid a little more attention, I would have actually been able to probably capture it pretty well. I just realized it actually almost looks like something's been bedding down in there recently. There we go. I'm trying to figure out my angles, because the angles on this phone are for some reason really whack. Yeah. Something's been bedding down right in here. Also looks like it goes into a bunch of tunnel networks, you know? Which makes sense. I wonder what that was. It definitely wasn't a muskrat. It was far, far, far too tiny. It wasn't a baby either. It didn't look like an adult. I wonder. It looked like a freaking mink. I highly doubt that they're I mean, mink are usually more cold weather too, so that's interesting. They do live around here though. Maybe tiny little otter. Could have easily been. Could have easily been. Could have easily been. Also hearing a lot of kerfuddling right around here. Trying to see where it is. It would be on my screen. There. Is on the arch. Is that a tiny little damsel dragonfly? It's hard to tell from here, especially with my bad eyes. It looks like it is a tiny little damsel. Cool. Also just now noticed there's a bunch of red berries. Donk, donk. Right? Is that really accurate? I guess it is, because there's that stick. Red berries, yeah. Right there, and then right there. I'm actually looking at the viewfinder, and it's not pointing correctly. Because I'm actually pointing way wide of what on this viewfinder says that the berries are right there. But they're actually substantially wide, because that's actually where they're viewable. Oh, that's really weird. I didn't know angle had that much influence, so that's still wide. So no, I don't know, that's weird. This thing has a really weird, really weird way of recording. Because yeah, if I point right there, I'm pointing at the top of the log right now. If I do this, point there, I'm no longer pointing at the berries. If I point there, I am, but then I'm pointing at the stick. On the viewfinder, they're there, but they're actually there. But then there's actually ones right here. That's so weird. That's like feet off. That's feet off. I wonder if it's just some weird calibration thing, or if that's actually how this thing's built. It also forces me to take photos way off to the side. In the viewfinder, I cut the picture in half, and then actually will show the entire thing that should have been in the viewfinder. It's weird. Ooh, look at this. See the fork of the tree. And then boom. It looks so cool too, because it reminds me so much of like those things you read about in kids stories or whatever, you know, fantasy stories. It looks like you just walk right in it, as if it was just a doorway, and you just end up somewhere else. Somewhere much better than this world. That is so cool. That's so cool. The more I look at it, the more it grows on me. That's so awesome. Of course, I love moss, but yeah. Oh, so you won't? Doesn't actually say what trail it is, though. Yeah. I want to refill my water. It should be going that way. Not doing it. No, am I? No, I'm not. Also, I'm holding this upside down because now the viewfinder's over here. Giggity. I think I'm holding it upside down. We'll see when I put it into a video editor. Dun dun dun! I know, it just looks like a lightning strike. Nailed it. Oh, man. That tree's seen better days. Right there. There you go. You have seen better days, my friend. Better days. Bam. Why? Hello. Oh, wait. Look at how sharp of an angle that branch bends to. Put on my freaking water bottle. Look at that. Truly gnarly. I'm trying to access the sun, but you can't. You can see the curve again outward up here, right up there. I had to point way off kilter. Does the very same. I tell you, there's something about cedars and doing that. These sudden right angles. Well, they're not even right angles, they're actually sharper than that. Look at this. Look at this branch. Right here. Look at that thing. That's so cool. Oh man, I need so much more brightness right now. Actually, you can see it a lot better now. Look at it. It's so cool. It's almost like a wisp. I'm trying to... That's so cool. Almost looks like a symbol I've seen before. It's actually really awesome. Turn that brightness away the hell up. Artificial brightness. Just so you can see it better. Like, look at that thing. That's just so cool. Oh, shut up. Looks like it's nut cache to me. So it's a fur cone cache. Look at these little dorks. Look at these little dorks. And then the yellow jackets. This is the second yellow jacket I've seen today, and they have not been having a fun time today. I don't know what it is. They all seem to like been probably pesticide poisoned or something, because they can't seem to fly or anything. That is not so fly. I don't know if it's harder than you think it is. Oh, Jesus. I can tell my spine is like curved to the left-hand side because, oh God. Oh, man. I have a vertebrae being dug in now. Ouch. It's way out of whack. Okay. Oh God. You know what? Screw it. Let's go like that. Nice. Speaking of which, look at that blaringly bright view. There you go. Damn. The overexposure only goes away when I zoom way in and the quality's crappy. Have a dirty boy. Sometimes. This little dweeb said he wanted to board my foot up here. It's definitely a hopping spider. What a dork. What are you doing hitchhiking? I am part of the natural habitat. I am part of the ground, buddy. Oh my God, my phone does not want to focus. This thing's, yeah, it's too close to be able to focus on something, dude. What a dork. Hitchhiker. Does he have a guide to the galaxy, though? Or does she? I don't know. Guide to curiosity, though. That's for sure. No guide to the galaxy, as it appears. You can also tell with the movements like that, they're definitely hopping spiders. Jumping spiders, what do you want to call them? What are you doing? See if I can get it to jump. I can't actually see it because I have my phone in the way. There it goes. You see that jump? Off you go. So somebody was throwing cones down. Which means there's a squirrel in our midst. Up here. Tossing down some cones. Just look at the scrawlings. It's the ancients. Aliens! It's the aliens! It's always the aliens! Aliens! Every time I turn off my damn camera, there's something else. Hello. I can't get my I keep wanting to say phone, my bottle. Apparently, it's just impossible. It is. Look at that. Look at it. It is somebody's hole. Somebody's hole. There's actually another hole right over here, but please. I feel like almost like a low-risk version, poor man's version of Steve Irwin right now. So, you know, you could really piss off and make a critter defensive by trying to enter its hole or get too close to it, especially if it's nearby. Try and protect it, but just as easily be abandoned too. It's hard to say. In fact, let me. If it's abandoned, it's going to be perfect for bees or wasps this winter. Keep forgetting I have this artificial brightness thing in here. See if you can actually see into it. Very far, not very. Oh god, that's. Jesus, it's so bright. Normal winter around here, this would be filled with a marshy water. This is actually a swamp, technically. But it's been 10 degrees higher on average the last 10 years than average in the summer, and averaging about around, oh, say, 10 inches at most of rain per year, instead of the typical 45.5 we're supposed to have. Everything's changed. Now so many things that are normally always wet and moist or dry. Sadly. unfortunately lost his life so soon. It was so young. Alright, well anyway guys, I was thinking about doing something like one of those good old, if you watch Ireland Boys or any of them, I was thinking about I was thinking about making and doing a forest fort challenge of my own. For this, I really sincerely thought about it really long and hard, and I'm like, that sounds like such a good idea. I haven't done that since I was a kid, man. And it wasn't necessarily even by choice, it wasn't by force either, but it was just, I just didn't keep doing it. And I was going to. Yeah, there's a fair bit of debris around I could utilize. But for the most part, there's two different parts to why I didn't, which is one, it doesn't feel like there's going to be enough, especially considering everybody who's been doing the Forest Fort challenges on YouTube and stuff, which is mainly him and Jay Stu and all, or them, I should say, and Jay Stu and all of them. Yeah, they've been doing it, and they have a lot more resources to disposal. Plus, there's a big size discrepancy because most of them are actually, obviously, a decent amount under 6 foot. I'm sitting here at 6'2" 1/4 inches, another inch with these flip-flops on, and yeah, don't think that's gonna work out too well to be able to fit inside of anything. I mean, I can compact myself down quite a ways, but still, it's not gonna work out too well. That said, there's a second reason and caveat to why I decided not to, and it's because of the fact I'm one of those people who I'd much rather leave things as you found them type of person than, especially out here in nature. If it's somebody else's stuff, then maybe not. Especially, obviously, you ask permission, you get it, great. Then I probably wouldn't necessarily clean up anything or put it back, because screw them. But at the same time, since it's nature, I actually rather leave everything as it was, as I found it, and as it was, and not mess with it too much, at least. I might investigate it, but I'm still going to put it back where I found it. And I still could do that with the forest fort, but it's kind of hard because you're still getting into the territory of where you're not supposed to technically go and all that. And if this wasn't a park and this was actually just a patch of forest, I would probably do it. I would probably say, you know what, I can put it back, it's fine. I don't, even though I wouldn't necessarily want to disturb anything too much. So, those are 2 reasons why I decided to do it. I decided not to do it, I should say. So, yeah, I don't know what the heck this is going to turn into. I don't know why. I just decided I wanted to document a little bit of stuff. Yeah. Hashtag plastic bottle MVP. I missed the poor bun bun. I wanted to see a bun bun. I knew it wasn't realistic. And of course, instead, the bun bun was suddenly replaced by a empty water bottle. Without its label. It was naked. But not afraid. Horrible puns. Anyway. Yeah, so I don't know, I guess I'm gonna make this into some sort of a vlogish type thing. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. But, yeah. This is what happens, this is what got produced. So whatever you see, if you see it, that's what got made out of it. I don't know. Anyway. Now, before we officially conclude this, I'm gonna actually head down to where this breaks off, and I'm gonna show you guys the sign that I showed you before. And then again, show you guys the fact that it says you can't walk any further. It doesn't go very far at all. It walks like a few steps and you're here. Rather than, it wasn't the nature center, obviously. I think it was resource? No, I guess it was the nature center here, and then it was the resource center over there. I was like, oh, this is not right. You know what? Screw it, I'm going to take you on a walk with me. Because why not? See how short this is. Hello. Love that tree. Well, what's left of it anyway? That's it. That's the bulk of it. What does it say? Nature education area. That's what we call self-education. Yep, field education. You're educating yourself by observance, which I like that a lot. Observance is the best teacher in my opinion, but yeah. Also, oh man, That's so cool. I don't know why it is. It's so cool. And then it like opens up almost like antennas or something. It's so cool. It looks like a door. That's awesome. Anyway, that's it for whatever this was. And, yeah. Shh, I see that muskrat. I can see it again, or whatever it was. Probably not. Fortunately, I didn't see it, but if only I had the time to have the patience to be able to wait it out, see if it actually is there, I would wait. But I already agreed to meet somebody, so unfortunately, that's it for today. Leave you with a mildly vandalized piece of information. I'll see you later.